Hey there, guys. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, and here we are with Game 6 of the 1973 World Series. And we're going to be using Here's the Pitch Baseball. You can reach out to Dom. I will include the email for the flyer. Now, you can buy a couple of teams. You can buy World Series rivals and so forth, and they're not very expensive. It's definitely worth giving this game a try for sure. You may really get something out of it and really connect with it, and it'll be one of your go-to games in your collection. So here's the pitch, and let's talk a little bit about Game 6 of the 1973 World Series. In our replay, the Mets lead it 3-2. Of course, the Mets pitching has been outstanding, and the games that the A's have won, their hitting has also shown up. Let's quickly look at a couple of things in terms of the 73 World Series. And it's going to be, in the actual game, it was the A's that basically won it by a score of 3-1. Yeah, the Athletics won it by a score of 3-1. It was played Saturday, October 20th. About 49,333 at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. The game took 2 hours. Day game on grass. It was final score was 3-1. The A's with 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Mets with 1 run, 6 hits, and 2 errors. So Mets played a little bit of shabby defense. No real hitting stars for the Mets in this game. Kenny Boswell came off the bench with a hit. I believe he had 3 pinch hits in this series. Ed Kranepool pinch hit as well in this game. It was Tom Seaver versus Catfish Hunter, and for the A's, it was Reggie Jackson who went 3 for 4 with a run scored and 2 RBIs. So he had a big day. Hit 2 doubles off of Tom Seaver. Tom terrific. And Seaver went 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. So he had a good day. Unfortunately, the Mets did not score very much for him. On the other hand, it was Catfish Hunter that went 7 1/3, 4 hits, gave up 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. So he didn't strike out very many in this game. And then, of course, Darrell Knowles came in. He pitched in the 7 games, the first time a relief pitcher has ever pitched in every game of the World Series. And Raleigh Fingers came in for a save, pitched 1.1 innings. So that's about it. That's the recap for the actual game. And we're going to play this game, and let's look at the lineups as well. So the lineups for the Mets is going to be Wayne Garrett leading off at third base, Felix Millan, the second baseman, at second base. Rusty Staub in right field, batting third. Cleanup is Cleon Jones. Fifth is going to be the Hammer, John Milner. He's batting fifth. Batting sixth is Jerry Grody, the catcher. Seventh is Don Hahn, the center fielder, who was rated fairly highly here in this game. Buddy Harrelson batting eighth, the switch hitting shortstop. And then, of course, Tom Seaver has his own pitcher hitting card, and he will be batting ninth. That's for the visiting Mets. The Athletics will have Bert Campaneris, the shortstop, leading off, followed by Joe Rudy, the left fielder, and highly skilled in the outfield. And third will be Sal Bando, the third baseman, the captain of the team. Reggie Jackson will be in the cleanup spot. Today he will be playing right field. Tennis will be a catcher today rather than first base. Vic Davalillo will be in center field. The first baseman will be Darren Johnson, right-handed hitting Darren Johnson. He's got some power, hit 19 home runs. Dick Green, the second baseman, will be batting eighth, and then batting ninth is Jim Catfish Hunter. He will have a pitcher hitting card of 1. We rolled the die, and that's what it came out to be. And we're about to start, and let's get to it. Play ball. Okay, it's going to be Wayne Garrett leading off. You read red, white, and blue with 3D6. And it's a column 2 that'll be off the batter, and a 56, column 2, 56, and that's ball 4. So Garrett starts the game off with a walk. Catfish a little basically lacking some early control there. And I don't think Garrett will be stealing. He's not really a very good base stealer. Jim Catfish Hunter. Hold rating is a -2, so yeah, we're not going to be stealing. Here's Felix Mian. Here's the pitch. And again, that's a 15, a 2, and a 15, and that's going to be a ball hit to the shortstop. And this may be a double play. So we're going to roll these 2 dice again and see what happens. And it's a 6. Check pitcher efficiency rating. If it's a 1 to 6, it's a fielder's choice. So otherwise, it will be a double play, 6-4-3 double play. So he grounds one, tailor-made to the shortstop, Campaneris, who flips the green back to Darren Johnson at first, and that is 2 outs. Here comes Rusty Staub. Rusty bats from the left side, came over from the Expos, and ended up with Detroit in the 80s. And this is going to be a 1, so it'll be off Rusty, a 1 and a 42, and that's ball 4. So 2 walks allowed by Jim Catfish Hunter, who's struggling with his control a little bit. And here's Cleon Jones, 1 on, 2 outs. Cleon Jones takes his lead. Will he be stealing? No, he's not much of a base stealer either. And that's a 3. That's off Cleon Jones, and a 23, and that will be a line drive base hit to left, and runners will advance 1 base. So it's stroked, a rope to left, and played on a hop by Rudy. Gets it in quickly to Campaneris, forcing Staub, who's not a speed merchant, to hold at second base. So we got first and second. Here comes our power hitter. John Milner hit 23 home runs in 1973. Here's the pitch. And that is a 1 and a 41, and that is bounced to the second baseman, who will throw to first to retire the side. So no runs, a hit, a couple of walks, and they leave a couple, and we go to the bottom of the first. Mets nothing, and the A's coming. Tom Terrific on the mound for the Mets, and he's ready to roll. Here's Bert Campaneris. That is a 424, and a 424 will be a fly ball to right. That is Rusty Staubs over there. And on that, let's see, it's a 4, and that is a fly ball, and Rusty is under it, squeezes it for the out. 1 down. Next is Joe Rudy, pitch from Seaver, 463, and that will be a fly ball to center field. Center fielder is Hahn. And what is that? That's an 11, and that will be line and caught by Hahn, who's positioned perfectly. So Rudy got good wood on the ball, ripped it, but right at Don Hahn in center. 2 out. And next is Sal Bando, the pitch. Again, another 4 with a 46. And a 446 struck him out, and that ends the inning. So Seaver blows a fastball, a ball by Sal Bando. No runs, no hits, 3 up and 3 down. Tom Terrific with a terrific first inning. Okay, Jerry Grody's up. Right-handed hitter, Jim Catfish Hunter, 464. And a 464 will be a fly out to center field. Center fielder is who's out there? It's a 1. Center fielder's a 1. And when we roll a 9, it will be an out. So Grody flies out to center. Don Hahn is up next. And that is a 2 and a 23, and a 223 is a strikeout. So he chases a ball in the dirt. 2 out, and Buddy Harrelson, switch hitter, with a 635, and a 635 will be, he's batting a lefty, so it'll be a bounce out up the middle, and the shortstop gets there, throws over to first, and it's a 10 on the ground ball to a 2, and that'll be popped up. So not a ground out, it's a pop-up. No runs, no hits, 3 up, 3 down. Let's go to the bottom of the second, no score. Seaver to Jackson, Tennis, and Davalillo. And what is that? Oh, that is a 453. And a 453 is a ground ball. Reggie's a lefty, so it's a ground ball to second base. And picked up by Mian, who throws out Reggie. One down. Gene Tennis playing first base today. Here's a pitch. And that's a 6 and an 11, and that's a fly ball center field. Right under it is Han. Two away. Next up is Vic Davalillo. Vic Davalillo bats from the left side. I guess that's why he's playing today. Here's a pitch. It's a 6-16, and that'll be a fly to center. And that's Han under it. And that retires the side. So no runs, no hits, 3 up and 3 down. Tom Terrific up at the plate against Jim Catfish Hunter. And it's a 6 and a 12, and that is a home run. Holy smokes. And Tom Seaver gets a hold of one, drives it deep to left field. If it stays fair, it's gone, and it's a home run. Tom Terrific gives the Mets a 1-0 lead, connects off Jim Catfish Hunter, who does have a tendency to give up the long ball. So it is, that's a 6 and a 12, and that's a home run. And here comes Wayne Garrett with a 2 and a 52, and a 252 is a strikeout. So he swings and misses at a Catfish fastball. Next up is Felix Mian. Here's a pitch, and it's a 434, and a 434 will be a base hit. And off the pitcher cards, we're going to look at the power chart here. And that's a 6 and an 11 is a 108. A 108 and a -2 is a 106. And that's going to be a drive over the center fielder's head. A couple of hops to the wall. And digging for third around second is Mian. Here comes the relay, and he is safe with a 1-out triple. Felix Mian doesn't have very much power. Normally that would be a home run from most guys, but not for Felix Mian. So runner on third, only 1 out. The A's are going to bring the infield in here in the top of the third with Rusty Staub at the plate. The pitch from Catfish. That's going to be a 351, and that is a deep drive. Look at that, a deep drive to right field, way back, and looking up is Jackson. That's gone. The Mets, this is an elimination game for the A's, and the Mets have taken a 3-0 lead here in the top of the third. So it is a column 3 and a 51, and I misread it. It's going to be I believe that's a strike called. So no home run. We have to retract that. It is a column 3 on a 51, so I kind of read it too fast, and we're going to have to make that correction. So it's a foul ball. Foul ball. Pull down the line and foul. So that's a strike. Here is Rusty Staub again, the pitch. And that is a 2 and a 43, and a 243 with the infield in. We're going to have to look. All right, so there's a grounder right at the shortstop, and he will hold Mian at third. So Campaneris gives him a look and fires the first right on target to Darren Johnson. So 2 away, and here comes Cleon Jones. Here's the pitch, 1-0 Mets. That's a 3 and a 66. A 366 is going to be tapped right back to the mound, picked up by Catfish over to first, and that retires the side. 1 run comes in on 2 hits. And the damage could have been much worse had Staub connected with that home run, but at the last minute it went foul. And from up here in the booth, we looked like it was a home run, but obviously the umpires didn't think so. All right, bottom of the third, it's Mets 1-0, a solo home run by Tom Terrific. Here is Darren Johnson, the pitch. It's a 543. 543 is a strikeout. So fastball blows by Johnson for the first out of the inning. Next is Green. with a 5 and a 46 and a 540 46. That's a back-to-back Ks for Seaver. Gets green, swing, and here's the pitcher with a 5 and a 33, and that will be strikes out the side. Seaver blows the side away with fastballs. And go to the top of the fourth. 1-0 Mets. This is an elimination game, Game 6 of the 73 World Series. Elimination for the Athletics. Milner, Grote, and Hahn in the top of the fourth. And score is 1-0 Mets, and it's on a Tom Seaver solo home run in the top of the third. Here's the pitch to John Milner. That'll be a 3 and a 61. And a 361 will be a ground out to the first baseman. And a 9. I believe that still is a ground out. So it's a G3, and we go to the next batter, Jerry Grote, playing Here's the Pitch Baseball. This is Tony Parker, Cards and Dice TV. Remember, like and subscribe my channel. Here is again, it's a 3, and this time is a 45. A 3 and a 45 will be a ground out, maybe a ground out, and it is a ground out. Second base, Dick Green throws him out, 2 away, and Don Hahn. This is off the pitcher now, a 6 and a 44, and that'll be a fly ball. He's a righty, so it'll be a fly ball. And let's see, fly ball to right field. And to end the inning, F9, 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. All right, so it's Campaneris. Tom Seaver's retired 9 in a row. Campaneris, Rudy, and Bando. Seaver is set to go. He peers down to the catcher for the signal. And he winds and deals to Campaneris. And that's a 2 and a 36. And that'll be a 236. That's to center field, Don Hahn. And Don Hahn's got it in center. So a fly out. That is grabbed by Hahn, 1 away. Here's Joe Rudy's next. That is a 3 and a 42, and that'll be a fly to left. And that's hit hard, right on the nose, and it's right at left fielder Cleon Jones for out number 2. And here's Bando. It's a 5 and a 62. And lifted to center again. Hahn a couple steps back and makes the catch. No runs, no hits, 3 up, 3 down. That's 12 in a row retired by Tom Terrific. All right, it's Buddy Harrelson, switch hitter. And that's a 654. 654 is I'm going to see, looks like an infield error check. So it's grounded to Campaneris, and he boots it, and Harrelson is on with an E6. Next is Tom Terrific. Looks like he's going to square around a bunt. And Terrific looks like a great bunter. He's a 5 bunter. See what happens. And that'll be right in front of the plate. Catcher, who's at tennis, up at the ball. And it's going to be a 9, which is a 2. It's a good bunt. Runner advances, so it's a 2-4 sacrifice. Going to second is Harrelson. Mets lead at 1-0 here in the top of the fifth. A home run, a solo home run by Tom Terrific. Here's Wayne Garrett. Pitch from Hunter. It's a 3-51, and that'll be a strikeout. So he blows a fastball by Garrett. Second time Garrett struck out in this game. This is game 6. Now it's elimination game for the Oakland Athletics. Next is Felix Mian with a 1-33. And that'll be a ground ball up the middle, and that's through. And runner will have to stop at third on this. It's a S1, so it's first and third now. That's the second hit for Mian in this game, and it's Rusty Staub, probably the most dangerous hitter the Mets have at this point, lefty hitter versus the righty Catfish Hunter with a couple of men on base and 2 outs. Let's see what happens. Here's a pitch. And that's a 2-66. And that's going to be line base hit to right. 1 run will score on that error, RBI for Staub. Other runner goes to second. So a big RBI single makes the score 2-0 Mets. And here's Cleon Jones. Pitch to Cleon. That's a 4-22. And that'll be a, let's see, runners on first and second. Ground ball to short, and he'll throw it to first for the third out. So it's a G6, but 1 run on the error and 2 singles. And the Mets lead at 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. All right, so Seaver's retired 12 in a row. He'll be facing some of the big bats, Jackson, Tennis, and Davalillo. Here's a pitch from Terrific. It's a 1-65, a 165, and that'll be a ground ball to short, scooped up by Harrelson. Long throw to first, on target to get Jackson. Next is Tennis. And here's the pitch from Seaver. It's a 3-55 and struck him out. So Tennis swings and misses at a curveball. And that is strikeout number 5 for Terrific. And next is Vic Davalillo with a 4-56. 456, and that will be a ground ball to second base. Mian sidearms it to first to retire the side. So Seaver's retired 15 in a row. All right. John Milner, who is 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. Pitch from Catfish, 661, and that's a ball. A 355. And he cracks one to right. Under it is Reggie. 1 down. Next is Jerry Grody. He's 0 for 2. Fly out and a ground out. And that is a 2-66. And this is bounced to short. Campaneris scoops it up. 2 down. Don Hahn is next. Pitch. It's a 6-12. And that's going to be a deep drive. Uh-oh. A 6-12 again. A deep drive off the bat of Hahn. And that ball is deep, and that ball is gone. Don Hahn connects for a solo home run here in the top of the 6th inning. The score now is 3-0 Mets. Buddy Harrelson is next. That's a 5-16, which will be checks his swing, and they check with the third base umpire, and he went around. And Harrelson doesn't agree. 1 run on 1 hit. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-0 Mets. Elimination game for the Athletic. All right, 3-0 Mets. The bottom of the 6th. It's going to be the bottom of the order. Johnson, Green, and Hunter. And Seaver's retired 15 in a row. Here's the pitch. It's a 3-25. And swings and misses for strike 3. So Darren Johnson Goes down on strikes. Here's Dick Green with a 5 and a 43. A 5.43, and he swings at a high fastball and goes down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks for Terrific. And we're going to let Hunter bat 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's a pitch, and that is a 222. And 222 is a strikeout to end the inning. So Seaver strikes out the side. He has 8 strikeouts now, no runs, no hits. Top of the 7th coming up. All right, scores 3-0. Top of the 7th. It's Tom Seaver at the plate. He already has a home run today, and that's going to be a 625. And oh my goodness, look at this. And that ball is deep again for Seaver, and that's way back into left center field. The second home run of the day for Tom Terrific. Oh my goodness, Tom Terrific with 2 home runs. Again, another automatic home run off the pitcher card when the batter has a power chart number, home run number. All right, so it's 4-0 Mets here in the top of the 7th, and it's Wayne Garrett. It's a 2 and a 55, and that'll be ball 4, and I think that's going to be it for Hunter. I was going to pull Hunter, but I did let him bat in the bottom of the 6th inning, so I'm going to go with Hunter. He's probably their best. So let's stick with him. Felix Millan is up, and we're going to bunt with Millan. So Millan is going to bunt, and it's going to be a good bunt right back to the mound. And runner will advance 1-4. So Garrett is at second base. The Mets lead at 4-0 on a couple of home runs by Tom Seaver and a solo home run by Don Hahn. And here's Rusty Staub. And it's a 154. And a 154 is going to be a ground ball, and that's through a base hit, and runner will stop at third. That is the second hit for Rusty today. He did have an RBI earlier in the 5th inning. So it's 1 out, 1st and 3rd. Again, we're sticking with Catfish here in the 7th inning. Not giving up on him. He is our ace. So we're going to bring the infield in now for Cleon Jones. So I'm going to have to use that chart, infield in chart. See what happens. Here's the pitch. All right, that's a 5 and a 36, and a 5.36 will be a ground ball to, he's a righty, so that'll be a ground ball to second. Okay, so the play goes to second. There's going to be a play at the plate, and he is out at the plate 4-2 because of the pitcher efficiency rating. So it's going to be, we're going to do a fielder's choice here. It's going to be a fielder's choice, no hit. So it's 1st and 2nd with 2 outs, and John Milner's up. Jim Catfish Hunter has to get by Milner. He wants to avoid allowing a 5th run here. The A's already down 4-0 in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch, and that's a 155. A 155 struck him out. So Catfish comes back big, and they score 1 run on the solo home run. They pick up 2 hits. Go to the bottom of the 7th. It is 4-0 Mets. This is elimination game for the Athletic. So Terrific's retired 18 in a row, and here we come. The top of the order in the 7th inning. Here's a pitch. Oh, and that is a 432, and that'll be a strikeout. Another 432. It will be a K. So that is 4 Ks in a row, number 9 for Terrific. Next is Joe Rudy. Here's the pitch. It's a 1 and a 36, and struck him out. Back-to-back Ks. That's 5 in a row, and 10 for Terrific. And here comes Sal Bando. And that is going to be a 524 and a 524. will be a, oh, this is trouble. This is a 524, and we're in the seventh inning with that's a 0, so it's a -12. So it's gonna be a hit no matter what. That'll be the first hit allowed by Seaver, and it's gonna be off the power chart. Bando drives one, and that is gonna be a 534. And that will be a 57 minus 12 is 47, 45, and that's a base hit. Single for Bando, and that ends the perfect game for Tom Terrific. Sal Bando in the bottom of the seventh with 2 outs. I rolled a 5 and a 24, and that ended up being a hit off the pitcher card, unfortunately. And here's Reggie Jackson. So this may be the beginning of something big for the A's. They broke up the perfect game here in the bottom of the seventh with 2 outs after Seaver struck out 5 in a row. He's got 10 strikeouts. Here's Reginald Martinez Jackson. He is the probably the most dangerous hitter on the Athletics in 73. Here's the pitch, and that's a 1-66, and a 166 is going to be a ground ball to short, and shortstop will flip it to, so it's Harrelson to Mian for a fielder's choice. So no runs, 1 hit, and unfortunately no more perfect game for Terrific. All right, the Mets lead at 4-0. It's Grody, Hahn, and Harrelson, and that's a 664. 664 will be a, let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be a pop-up to the first baseman, P3. So Grody pops it up to the right side. First baseman Darren Johnson's over, and he makes the grab in fair territory right behind the bag. And now it's a 651. 651 is going to be, if I roll 1 or less, it's a walk. Otherwise, and it's base on balls. Base on balls to Hahn. So he's on at first. Buddy Harrelson is next. The pitch from Catfish. It's a 331. And could be a double play. Let's see what happens here. And this is going to go around the horn. Bando to Green to Johnson. 5-4-3 round the horn, double play. No runs, no hits, a walk, nobody left. And we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Mets 6 outs away from winning the 1973 World Series. All right, Tom Terrific to Tennis, Davalillo, and Johnson. Tennis is 0 for 2 today. And that is a 446. And that'll be a strikeout, number 11 for Terrific. So Gene Tennis swings and misses at a high fastball. The Heat got him. And it's a 155 now. That's off. Davalillo, 155. Will be 155. Will be lined and caught by the shortstop. Nope, by the first baseman. So it's an L3. And here comes Darren Johnson with 2 out, nobody on. Seaver gave up only 1 hit so far in the 7th inning. And it's a 253, and a 253 will be a base on balls. So Darren Johnson walks, the second base runner allowed in this game by Tom Terrific. He has been terrific for sure, living up to his nickname today. Remember to like and subscribe. This is Tony Porter. Here's the pitch baseball, Game 6 of the 1973 World Series replay. And it's Green. And it's a 1 and a 15, and that'll be a hit by pitch 4 or less, and he gets plunked by Seaver. So Seaver's struggling a little bit here. He's missing his spots. And now we're going to get a pinch hitter for Hunter. Okay, so it's going to be Ted Kubiak. He's a switch hitter, batting lefty, 2 men on. Here's a pitch, and it is a 662. And that'll be a, let's see. That's a fly out to right field to end the inning. So no runs, a walk and a hit by pitch, 2 men left on base. And we go to the top of the 9th. So the pitcher is Darryl Knowles, who actually pitched in every game of this World Series, the first player ever to do so. And that's going to be a 5-15. And a 5-15 will be a walk. So Seaver walks. Seaver's got 2 home runs, a sacrifice, and a walk today. So he's on at first. Let's get a bunt in order. A bunt is in order here by Garrett, who's 0 for 2 with 2 walks. All right, so it's a good bunt to the first baseman. So he moves to second. Seaver at second base. And next up is Felix Millan. So Darryl Knowles looks in for the sign, and he whips around, and he throws the ball to the shortstop, cutting in behind Seaver, and they tag him out. Seaver's picked off second base. 1-6. So Knowles spun around and then whipped the ball to Campaneris, who was there back ahead of Seaver, who was distracted. And he's picked off second base with Felix Millan up with 2 outs. And it's a 6:35, and a 6:35 will be a strikeout to end the inning. So Darryl Knowles, after allowing a walk, picks off Seaver on second base, and no runs, no hits, nobody left. And here comes the last 3 outs, potentially for the Athletics, who trail 4-0. Seaver's facing the top of the order here. The Mets are up 4-0, bottom of the 9th. Last licks for the A's. And here it is. It's a 124. And a 124 is going to be a, let's see, a 124. Left fielder is Jones. And we rolled 6, which is a fly out for the first out of the inning. So Burt gets under one, lifts one to left center field, and Cleon Jones comes over and squeezes it for out number 1. Here's Joe Rudi. Joe Rudi today's 0 for 3, so Seaver is 2 outs away from victory here in 73. And that's a 5-52, and a 5-52 will be a ground ball to second base. Millan is there, over to first, and the A's are down to their last out. Sal Bando, who's got the only hit of the day against Tom Terrific. So Terrific's got a terrific game going here. It's allowed a 1-hitter. He's only allowed 3 base runners, a hit, a walk, and a hit by pitch. And Sal Bando's up again, so Seaver would like his revenge. Sal Bando broke up the perfect game, so that's going to be a 5:35. And a 5:35 struck him out, and the Mets win the 1973 replay. Seaver gets mobbed. And here in Oakland, the Oakland fans move towards the exits dejectedly for sure. They didn't expect this underdog to be able to defeat the world-class dynasty of the Oakland A's, who reached 3 World Series consecutively and won 100 games in 1971, and then, of course, reached the playoffs again in 1975. So 5 straight years. They were the cream of the crop, but Tom Seaver shows up with his best game and pitches a 1-hitter, 9 innings, no runs, no earned runs, a 9 1-hit shutout, 9-inning 1-hit shutout for the Terrific, the franchise. We walked 1, and he hit 1 batter, and he struck out. He struck out 12. Wow, what a game for Seaver. All right, guys, so let's get this information in there. Now, there was 3 home runs for the Mets, 2 by Seaver. So not only did he show up, pitching-wise, he also showed up offensively. So he hit 2 solo home runs off of Jim Catfish Hunter, and then, of course, was another solo home run by by Don Hahn, and that was 3 runs. And there was an unearned run that came in here on a Rusty Staub single in the 5th. So it's 4-0. The Mets had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. They did not commit any errors. Any errors for the A's? Yes, they had 1 error, and the A's had only 1 hit. So 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Mets. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the A's. Tom Seaver wins it. The 1973 Mets win the World Series. This is Here's the Pitch Baseball. Remember, like and subscribe to my channel. And any questions, any comments, please feel free to add them to the YouTube section there, the comments section, and I will definitely get back to you. And thanks for watching. See you soon.